Hello and blessings, beautiful souls. Saravá Axé to you. How are you today? It is so nice to be looking into your beautiful smiling faces. I hope you had an amazing full moon ritual for those who are out there weaving, casting and creating magic. I'm here at Arve River picnic area, and this is the first time that I've been able to drive up the Hearts Mountain Road due to that horrendous fire that affected our region. And driving down the road and looking at the scorched land and the scorched trees and the damage that took place as a result of that fire is actually quite surreal. And I'm standing here in a picnic area that I was at around the Christmas period with friends from Canberra, and we went for a big walk and everything was lush, green and beautiful. And I've got to say that I'm standing here looking around and the place is almost unrecognizable because of just how much the landscape truly was affected. I've got my little ones with me, 2 out of 3 that is, and I think it's important for them to see this as well because they came down to this particular area, the Hearts region, quite often. We've gone up the mountain, we've played in the snow here, we've taken some walks here, there and everywhere, we've met friends, we've seen giant trees. We never got to see the Tahune Airwalk, which was a tourist attraction, and the Tahune Airwalk incurred considerable damage and as a result has been closed down, and we don't know when that was going to be reopened. So we have spent quite a bit of time around this area because it is such a beautiful natural landscape. It is a national park and the trees here are incredible, the tallest I've personally ever seen, and they just have a completely different look and feel to the trees that I'm accustomed to see up north. So obviously we're looking at a temperate climate here, and as such the biosphere is completely different. And I feel so small in this landscape. I feel quite little when I look around and I see these epic tall trees just like stretching out into the sky. It's amazing. It's actually amazing to be here, and this land has such a powerful energy to it. Like the land spirits here, they're so old, and you can feel it. You can feel it underfoot when you're walking through natural places. You can just feel it underfoot. The trees have an energy and a life force of their own, and it's quite unique because I love myself a national park. I love myself a rainforest for that matter, and I like going to these natural places and spending time by fresh water and just contemplating, doing art, having picnics, going for little walks, camping, doing that kind of thing. And as someone who has done that quite a bit over my lifetime, I can honestly say that every place you go to has a really unique energy. This is true, but Tasmania, southern Tasmania, this region, ooh, it's powerful. It is potent. It is potent. I used to think that the Tablelands area and the waterfall spaces in Cairns, far north Queensland, were potent. They had such a strong feminine energy, but it felt nothing like what it does down here. This energy is old. Every time you take a step, it feels like somebody's drumming an ancient drum, and you can just feel the push and pull of wisdom and ancient energy colliding in this and this just tantalizing force. It's really, really beautiful. So to be able to spend time in this area is incredible. However, looking at it now, seeing how scorched it is, ooh, it hurts my heart. But I'm going to take you around and have a look at exactly what I mean, and you too can see what I'm talking about, because it is such a shame whenever natural landscapes are inflicted by natural disaster, and fire is such a thing. It's a natural disaster, and this one was a big one. It was one of those 100-year events, and that in itself holds a meaning to me. And there's no doubt about it, since the fire swept through, there's trauma. I was talking to Gordon just yesterday, and He asked me if there were times where I got flashbacks of the place shrouded in smoke, and I said, yeah, I do. And you know, 2 days ago I woke up to a fog, and it just triggered that reminder of the place just shrouded in like this orange smoke, and everything was like really like hazy, and there was just a really eerie nature about it. So let's get some B-roll, and I'll show you what I mean.
I was on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed. We found holes in these walls, we like what we saw. Seems so strong until it falls, the final straw. Oh, I never felt like this before. When I was trapped, you showed an open door. We danced, we fought. We were bound to make mistakes. Real love, we thought. But it was always on fire. Our house, our dreams. We were dancing on wire, reckless it seemed.
So I've taken the turn off to Harts Mountain. It takes a dirt road, as you can see, and all around me is burnt forest. And it's heartbreaking to see. It's really quite heartbreaking to see just how close it came to our town. Like, look at this beautiful big tree log. Enormous, it's just enormous, and they're littered throughout the landscape. You can see them in stacks, sort of up there and around that area there. Impossible to see, I know, but this is such a beautiful region, and it's so sad to see that this has happened. But I also understand that nature has its own rhythm, and that fire is just another part of life and a means of the earth regulating itself. But the veracity of this fire was incredible, particularly when you take into consideration the populated areas that were in the path of the fire, my little town being one of them. Like, look, it's just, oh, it's incredible. And it's just this, as far as the eye can see, more and more of this. I'm very overexposed, I just realized that, but bear with me. So we'll keep going, see where we end up, yeah? I'm closer to the top of Harts Mountain now, and we're just going to take a little walk to a little waterfall. It's about a 20-minute round trip, and I've got my two girls with me, so I figured that's a perfect walk for them and their little legs. They usually do longer walks, but we need to be a bit more prepared. We're just out on a whim today. We just thought, let's get outside and dust off the debris of the working week and all that kind of good stuff. And it's Easter Saturday here, and most things are still open, but I didn't want to take them into the city and do the commercial thing. I wanted to take them out in nature, and for me too, to do a little grounding and centering after last night's heavy full moon ritual, which I did with Gordon, and we were up until the wee hours of the night trying to get our astrological timing exact, which we succeeded, of course, because I'm working with Gordon and he's exact in everything. So yeah, just nice to be out and look at the expansive area. Like, look at that. Ah, it's so beautiful. For traversing the blackened landscape was to come to this beautiful little waterfall. It is not as impressive as some of the falls that I have seen up in the far north of Australia, but I know that Tassie has quite a few awe-inspiring waterfalls to be discovered by moi and my family as well. And so it is absolutely beautiful here. Just look at that view. A nice way to cap off this reintroduction to country. A really, really nice way to cap it off. And so from here, I just wanted to say thank you so much for sharing this space with me today. Thank you for allowing me to speak to you on this very sensitive subject, because as many of you know, the fires took their toll emotionally and physically on me and my family and my neighborhood, my community. And so coming up here for the first time since then is pretty shocking, but also quite cathartic in a way. Difficult to explain, I know. Nevertheless, I'm just so grateful that I can share this experience with you, this beautiful landscape, this beautiful place with you in the way that I am at this very moment. And I wanted to say thank you for being here and allowing me to do that. So with all of that said and done, wishing you so much love, luck, peace and joy. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. I mean, hit it hard, folks. And comment on this video. What did you think? What did you feel from the footage that I took of this charred landscape? What did it make you feel? Because for everyone, you are going to have a different reaction to it. There is already fresh growth popping up, and there is still so much recovery to do, and it's just very interesting. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and your feelings. And please do like this video, share it around if it's something that inspires you, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow.